Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of True North Cafe. My name is Robbie, and today we're going to talk about the top 10 tools that I use up in the True North Cafe kitchen for cooking on the griddle. Number one is going to be a good spatula. I use two different types of spatulas here. I use a long and thin spatula. It's got a lot of flex to it. I use this for breakfast foods mainly. Hash browns, eggs, pancakes. It's an all-around good breakfast spatula. I have a more stout, thicker one. I use this for lunch foods and dinner foods. Hamburgers, Phillies, tacos. It's stout. You can really dig down deep, get all that stuff off the griddle. Like smash burgers, you're gonna want something to really get underneath there to get all that crust off there, to keep all that with the food. So I use a real nice stout spatula. Number two is going to be a good scraper. I like the handheld scrapers the best. That's what I prefer. That's what I grew up learning how to cook with. However, if you're finding that you're not getting enough leverage to get the griddle clean, you can buy a scraper that's got a handle on it. That's going to get a lot more leverage for you. It's going to be able to get down, get all that stuff off the griddle. If you feel like you're not getting it done with a handheld. If you feel like you need a longer one with a longer handle, there's a lot of really nice varieties out there, or a handheld one. Handheld is my favorite way to go. Number three is going to be a good solid kitchen knife. This one is a basic knife. You're going to find this in most kitchens. It's got the synthetic handle. It's got the very simple blade for sharpening. This is mainly what you're going to find in industrial kitchens. I bought this one up at Sam's Club. I really enjoy this knife. This is a kind of a fun, goofy knife. A friend of mine sent this to me. I like using this knife. It kind of adds a lot of character to when you're cooking, fun, and you can blaze through some food with this puppy. So just get yourself a couple good kitchen knives. Number four is going to be these disposable tin throwaway containers. They go in the back of your grease trap. They slide right in there. And I think these are a great way to make it so it's an easy cleanup. You can buy these types of tins for any type of griddle you're using. A Sam Club brand, a Camp Chef brand, whatever type of griddle you're using, you should be able to buy these tin throwaway disposable containers. I've seen a lot of modifications done for the back of the grease traps where you drill a hole in the bottom, put a hose into a 5-gallon bucket. That works really well too. However, I don't recommend doing that unless you're going to cook a lot of food, because if you cook all summer long, it's going to take you half the summer to fill up that 5-gallon bucket. So you can just about imagine what that cleanup job's going to be. It's not going to be any fun. Maybe the guys, they might just pull the hose, cap it, and throw the whole 5-gallon bucket away. That might be what they do. But I really do recommend these tin containers. They work really well. That was number four. So for number five, it's pans. I have a lot of different pans. I pick them up when I see them on sale when I'm walking through Sam's Club, but you can't have enough of these things. I got a whole cupboard full of these. This is just a standard pizza pan. This is just a standard cookie sheet. This is the biggest one I could find. I like them big. It's kind of a bummer because you really got to finagle them to get them into cupboards. But when you're meal prepping, when you're prepping in the kitchen before you go out to cook on your griddle, it's great. You put your veggies, you put your meat, you put your eggs, you put your cheese, you put all your stuff on this pan. You walk out, you got a big old pan of food. You go back in, you got a big old pan of utensils. And then you grab a couple clean ones, so when you're done cooking, you can fire it right on top of the clean pan, and you come on in with a big old pile of food for your family to eat. So get yourself a good pan. Number six is going to be a good cutting board. You can get away with any cutting board. You really can. To tell you the truth, the cheap ones, they're a little easier for cleanup, but I prefer a good, stout, thick cutting board because it doesn't move around when you're trying to get some work done on it. And that's what I like. You can really dive in. You can really chop through some food. And that's why I prefer a little bit better, heavier duty cutting board. But this is a good one to add to the list. Number 7 is going to be paper towels. You are gonna burn through the paper towels when you're griddling. It's just a simple fact. When I first started cooking, cooking on the griddle, I was like, man, I think I used a half a roll or a full roll of paper towel. Don't stress it, just buy a bunch of paper towel, take $100 out of your bank account, buy $100 worth of stock in your favorite paper towel. Then you'll be paying yourself to wreck your paper or to use your paper towel. So paper towels, I always have a whole container of paper towels out here because you are gonna burn through them. Number 8 is going to be some good basting lids, or basting lids. You can't have a bad basting lid. If it's a lid and it comes over your food, it's a good basting lid. So the smaller one I use for burgers, mainly I think just burgers. Sometimes I make these little Cuban sandwiches I use this smaller one for. It's real easy, but I like this big, long, narrow one. This is my favorite one to use for biscuits and gravy. I like this one because you can get all your biscuits underneath there and it acts as an oven. So I run my griddle low and then put my biscuits on there so they don't brown too fast on one side, and it's almost like an oven cooking the rest of the biscuit. And then imagine yourself having a bunch of big Phillies laid out on your griddle. You want to melt the cheese quick. Bam, you throw that over the top, hit it with a basting water. It's going to melt that cheese, lickety split. You're going to have some good looking sandwiches when you pull that thing out. Number 9 is going to be a cooling rack. You've seen these mainly, well, I grew up seeing them in my mom's kitchen. She'd have her cookies on there. I'd be over there trying to steal some cookies or banana bread or things like that. But in the Blackstone world or the griddle world, these work really well. And what I do with mine, I have a couple of these, but typically I only use one, is I'll put it on the side of one of my griddles. I'll keep that on low. When I'm done cooking the food, I'll transfer it over to this cooling rack. Say I got bacon going, I got sausage going, I got hash browns going. Well, you're gonna cook all that stuff before you lay an egg down. Otherwise your eggs are just gonna get roasted. So what you do, say your bacon's done, bam, your bacon's done. Say your sausage is done, bam, your sausage. Hash browns, and all the while it's sitting over your Blackstone, keeping warm. Because you got it on low, so it's just transferring heat up through your food, but it's not continuing to cook your food. That's what I like about this. I use it when I'm cooking burgers and stuff too, because sometimes I'll toast my buns the same time I'm cooking my burgers. Well, when the buns are done, bam, 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 and here they are. They're just staying warm, nice and toasty, roasty. Over here, burgers get done, you just transfer it over to the buns. So, cooling rack, it works really well. Number 9 is going to be a good pair of oven mitts. I use welding gloves for mine, but a pair of oven mitts will work just fine. Or get yourself a pair of welding gloves. I buy mine from Amazon. What you're gonna want this for is at the end of the day when you're cleaning everything out, you really want to get down and you really want to get all that stuff off your griddle. Your hands are gonna get close to your griddle, so you want some good protection when you're getting in there, getting all that stuff out there, getting all your grease off your griddle. So oven mitts is a great, great thing. I have 2 items I'm going to throw into the bonus round here for this video. It is a press, a burger press, a bacon press. You can use it for whatever you want, but I got these off Amazon. I think they were like 16 bucks a piece. These are some pretty stout presses, so you can really get in and smash whatever you need. Smash, mash burgers. Say you want to get a tortilla nice and flat, put it on there. Bacon's curdling up, doing all kinds of goofy stuff. Bam, throw it on your chicken. You want your chicken to get good and brown and blackened on one side. You need yourself a couple good presses. And the second thing that I wanted to mention to everybody was get yourself a couple cans of Pam. I use Pam every time I cook on my Blackstone, or probably very close to every time. There's going to be some pros out there that are like, whoa, you can't use Pam. Well, I do, and I use it a lot, and I think it's a really, really good tool. Especially when you're first learning how to cook on a griddle, don't be afraid to use yourself a fair share of Pam. Alright guys, that's it. That's my top 10 plus 2 bonus. I hope you guys liked it. If you did like it, smash that like button. That helps us at True North Outdoors get our videos out to you guys. And that's the name of the game. We want to share our content with you, help you guys learn and grow. If you really liked the video, smash the subscribe button. If you really, really liked it, hit the bell and notifications. That way you're notified every time I post a video and you guys can hop on and watch it. I really appreciate every one of you guys watching. Thank you. Until next time, we'll catch you later. Thanks.